Today is 13th November 2020. On that day, we started with the GetImage. Now, what does this GetImage do? GetImage is I want to take image URL from the user. So either I have two things to do. One thing is I can upload the image, on my server and keep the URL in the database. That is the one option I can do. Second option which I can do is I can ask the user to insert the image URL, and then I will keep that URL in the database. So assuming my users grow very large, I have millions or billions of users. If I use this technique, upload the image on my server, I need to keep a very big server with big space, and then I can use this if I have very big space in the server. And if I don't have very big space in the server like Facebook or Google, I can ask the user to insert the image URL and then keep the URL in the database. So, depending on the space on a server, you can choose option 1 or the option 2. Right now we are working on option 2 with the GetImage. After that, we will also work on the upload 1. If anyone wants to upload the image on their server, they can do that also. So this is the two options. Now in GetImage, I will have one input box. And user will put image in this input box. So user will put image in this input box and then click enter or some button. I will add the image in the array, and like this user can insert as many image URLs as he wants. So this is the idea which we will be building in the GetImage. We started GetImage, now we'll complete it now. Okay, let's do it. So GetImage URL calls the input 1 from the input widget which we built, and the GetImage I will pass title, name, placeholder, on change, value, and also in the GetImage I have the current value, set current value. This will be the local value of the input box, and which will update when user will change that one, whatever it is. And in the add, I call the GetImage, GetYouTube, GetFile. I can also call, I'll also build few more, GetAudio, GetEmail, GetPhone number later on. But right now, let's concentrate on the GetImage. And I will save this image in the images field. And I call the GetImage, GetYouTube, GetFile. Let's go on the GetImage. So in the GetImage, I will have current reference for the input box. I created few functions also: handle change, handle delete, cancel, and submit. And I call the input box. As soon as user change something in the input box, I will call the handle change, and I will update the current value of this. And also, I'll update the O and Seto. And everyone knows what O and Seto does, as we did in the location box. I will also create one more function, key down. And I'll pass this key down in my input box. I'll also pass type equal to text. So these are the parameters I'll pass in the input box. Let's see how it looks. So I'm getting some warning that key down property should be actually key down. So I have to rename it key down to small letter key down. Because it does not take the capital one. It's the same thing will invalid value. Okay, invalid value of key down. Refresh. Still I'm getting okay in the input tag. In the input tag, so input tag I'll call the key down which I created there. I will also call the type property here, and if type is not mentioned, I can also give the default one by saying equal to text. So if I don't pass it, it will take type equal to text. And here I will say on key down. This is the normal HTML property for the input box. So here I will say on key down equal to key down, which I passed from the previous page. And type I will say is of the type. So this type I put the default value of text and I'm passing it here. Let's refresh. So I'm not getting that error kind of thing, but this warning will go once we complete it. You see that there is an image URL. So whenever user will type the image and press the enter, I will update the form value with the image URL. As soon as I'm typing, you will see the current value is changing and O is becoming true. And when I remove everything, O will become false. So that is what we are doing here. So this is going good. Now, as soon as user type the enter, I have to save that value in the what you call as in the form values. So right now we are only doing locally update of this URL, that is the current value, but we have to update this images URL, that is it should update with the image array. So here once I see that O is having the true value, I will create two buttons. One button will be to save it and one button will be to cancel it. When the user will click the save button, I will call the handle submit and I will save the information in the form values by calling this on handle change function. So let's create handle change function. Okay, so I created this on handle change function. I kept the key here and value is here. So once user will click, I will pass this handle change here. And this, let's make this. And this handle change will have some kind of name and value. And with each name and value, I will update this set form values as we do every time. And here inside this set form values, I will have arrow function. Arrow function will take the previous value of the set values. Previous function, I'll name it as FV, previous value. So the previous value will be nothing but this form values. So I'll get that here in the FV format and I'll return. First I'll do current form value by calling the .FV and then I'll update the new value, that is the name, with value. So this way we take the previous values, that is the form values, and update the new name with the value. So new name will be images and value will be the array of images. So and I call this handle change here in this on handle change, and I pass this on handle change in the GetImage. with this one. And when user will click the submit button, I will call this on handle change, which will go to the add on handle change. That is nothing but this handle change. So you have to do this multiple times to understand how things are going, putting the console.log and all. So once I have something in the input box, that means O is set to true, and O is set to true, I will create two buttons. So if O is there, I will create two span. So if I do like this, if I do like span 1 for success, that is for submission, and I'll create another span for cancel. Let's say user don't want to put the image, so I will create the cancel one. So if I put two tags here, one for success, one for cancel, this will not work, because in React we should wrap everything in the main container. So I will create a main container by putting empty angular bracket and closing the empty angular bracket, and put these two span inside it. And this span will be, let's say, called as submit, and this will called as cancel. So when something is there, when O is there, that some value is there, I will either call submit button, that is clicking this submit span will be the submission, and the clicking the cancel one will be the cancel one. So either of this I can call. So if I put something, I get submit and cancel, but this does not look really especially very cool kind of thing. Though I can create like button, which I will do in some cases if needed. If I have more than one field, I will create that two button like this. But since I have only one field for this image, I can create some icon here on the right side and display that icon on the right side. So I want the submission icon and the cancel icon. So I will go to one website to get that icon. I'll show you that website. Let me find that website. One second. So the website is, lot of icons are available here. So if you see, these are the different icons available, and if I have to use any of them, I have to just call this either this or this or this. Either of these three will work. So for the submission one, I will take, let me find. So for the cancel, I can take this one. So I will take this times for the cancel. So instead of cancel, I'll put this times. And for the submission, let me find which one I can take. Okay, this one, Reddick. I will take this one. Submission one, I'll take this one. So we have different one also. You can go ahead and choose whatever you want. like this. You can choose this. You can choose whatever you want. You can choose for K kind of figure. So these are the different ones. Whatever you like, you can choose. So for the submission, I'll put this one. Let me check that again in this here. So as soon as I will put, you'll see there is a right check icon and the cross icon. And I want these two icons here on the right side of the text box, which I will do it now by giving some CSS properties. So in this CSS property, I will say, let's make the color of red, font size of, let's say, 24 pixel, font weight, bold, position, I'll make the position absolute, and then I'll say right side will be 30 pixel, top will be 30 pixel, and I'll change it. Cursor will be the pointer. So if I move my cursor, it's a pointer. Let's make top little bit more, so that should come inside the text box. So it should be the 43. And I'll take all these properties and in the span tag, I'll create one style tag and I'll paste all the properties. So the font size has minus sign, so I'll remove this minus and S. I'll make capital S, capital W, and each value will be in the quotation, single quotation or double quotation with comma. Okay, so this is my style for the submission one. If I do now, see, submission is coming here correctly. I'll copy this styling for cancel one. The only thing will be right will be, I'll change the right to 10 pixel and see how it goes. So I have submission and cancel. So when user will put the image here and click the right icon, that is submission, I will take this image and put it inside the form values. And if user click the cross icon, I will just empty the content here so that user can put new image here. Okay, let's do one by one. First start with the cancel one. So as soon as user will click the cancel one, I will call on click equal to handle cancel. This is the function I created here. As soon as user click the right submission icon, I will call the handle submit one, which is nothing but this function. So whenever user click the cancel one, I will say set current value equal to empty. I'll make this current value equal to empty. I will make this O equal to false. me make that. I will also focus the mouse here or the text here. So when I click cancel, I empty it and I'll put mouse here so that he can enter the new URL. So for that, I'll say this is my current reference. I'll say current reference dot current dot focus. So as soon as user will put something and click the cross button, I can ask user again to put something again. So this is how the cancel icon works. So the cancel part is done. We just empty the content. Now let's go to the submit part. In the submit part, first part we'll see if the current value is there. If user has not put anything in the current value, I don't want to go further. So I will say if current value is not there, then I'll return it. I don't want to insert it. I can copy this focus also here. So if nothing is there in the current value, I'll just focus it again and I'll not do anything. So when I put it, I click the plus, it's fine. But if I don't put anything, I cannot even see the submit one. So that will make no need to check this condition now, but it will be checked after some time. Here I have to update the form values on the previous page. And the value, current value, this form value is coming here as a value. Okay, so this is the one it is coming. So if I see the handle change here, I have to pass the name and the value. I don't pass the set form values, but I definitely pass the form value dot images, that is the value. So what I will do, I will take the current value, whatever there is in images. So let's create one variable called as values. So it will take first the previous value, which is coming here, this value. So I'll take the previous value by saying dot 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 value, and then I will add this current value in the array. So the values will be the previous value plus the current value which user has put. So previous value was the array, and the current value is the string, which is the image or image string, which will be pushed to this array, since we have this array format. Once I get the values with current value, I will call this on handle change, and I'll pass name and values. The name will be whatever name I'm passing here, and the values will be these values. After I pass it to the previous page function, I can set the current value equal to empty. I don't want this current value. I want the text box to be empty to receive another image URL. And I can also make the set O equal to false, and then I can call this to focus. Okay, so So this is how handle submit will work. Let's let's put something, anything, and I click cross, it goes away. And when I click right button, you will see the form values has the images, and the images I have whatever value I put, can see it here. Let me add more and click right button. As soon as I click right button, I get the value in the form values, and I can get n number of values here. Right now 3. So right now images have 3 URLs, and once I click the submit button, it will go into the database, and I can use them whenever I want. Also, when user types something and press the enter button, I also want at that time also it should submit it. It should call this submit one. So let's write down that part. So when user will click submit button, I can track that here in the key down property. Here will be the event. Let's check what happens with when I press anything. So when I type something, you will see is called, and has property of key. So let's take the key one, key. Right now I'm parting the D, so it's saying D. So is always give me whatever I put here. It's G. So as soon as I press enter button, you will see is equal to enter. So here I can say if key is equal to enter, so when user press enter, I will call nothing but this handle submit. So that I can take use of this functionality. So when I type something and press enter, it will go into the form values. And press enter, it will go into the form values. If I don't put anything and press enter, nothing will happen, because here I am saying if no current value is there, it should return it immediately. So this is all about the getting the images and putting it in the state variable form values, and the local state value, that is the current value. So we have the 4 values. These are the dummy text, but I will put the proper image URL now, and I will save that one, proper image URL. So once user has this image URL, I want to display those image URL below this text box, so that user can delete also if they want any image URL which they don't want to save it in the database. We'll do that part now to display the images. If I have something in the value, since I am getting this value from the previous page, if I have something in the value, I will display the images. So if I have something in the value and value.length is greater than 0, since array value will be passed as array, so even if there is no image, I will get this value equal to true. So then I check another condition that the length should be greater than 0. That means there is something inside that array. Then I'll display those images here. So I'll say, so if some value is there, I will say h tag list of images, and I will display all the list of images here. So as soon as I have some value, I will see the list of images, and I'll display the images below this list of images. So to display the list of images, I'll create first div with the class name of row, and then here I will loop through the images and display that images here. So to loop through, we have already seen how to loop through the array. I will say value.map, and then I'll create arrow function inside this map, and this map will get two things. One is the item and one is the index. Item will nothing but will be the image URL, and the index will be the numbering 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the numbering will be there, that will be the index. And with each image URL, I'll create another div tag. I'll return a div tag. And in this div tag, I will call the image tag, since it is the image URLs. Image as a source as one attribute. Source will be nothing but the item which I get here. And I will also put alt as another parameter with empty value. And class name. Class name will be image thumbnail. This is the bootstrap class which I use for thumbnail. And I close this image tag. In this div tag, I have to pass few parameters. One is the key. So key will be nothing but the index 0, 1, 2, 3. But I will put key as in the tick mark. So the key will be, I will take the name. First will be the name. So inside the key, I will use the name. To put the variable, I will use the $sign and curly bracket, and here I can put the variable name. So this name will be nothing but the name which I am passing it here. And underscore, I will put another variable, that is this index. So it will be the name, whatever name I'm passing it here, and index 0, 1, 2, 3. So if there are 10 images, so first image will be the name, whatever name is there, and with the value of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, it will increase like this. I will also give the class some class name. It's called col md3. So this means that in one row we can fit 4 images. Each row has 12 parts. So I am giving to each div, I am giving the 3 parts. That means 4 images can stay in one line. I will also give one style property, and that will be the position of relative. I am giving this relative so that I can create some cross icon which is absolute inside this div tag, which you will see in a bit. So after this image tag, let's see how the image tag looks now. So I'll get some images here. For example, I'll take the image of what image I should say, mountains. So I'll take the image I'll take the image URL, I'll right click it, and I'll say copy image address, and I'll put that address here. So as soon as I click enter, the image will be saved in this form values, and then it will come here as a value and it will loop through, and I will be able to see the image here. So I'll be able to see image here once I click submit. So you will see the image is here. Though it is big, I will fix that big part, but at least I get the image. Let's take another image. Let's put another image. I'm getting here. So it's not really coming 3 rows in one line. So something is messed up, which I will fix it now. But at least I'm getting the image here. Let's fix that one. It should come 4 images in a row. So I have this div tag col md3. Okay, so it's saying col. Let's put the col 3. Let's put the col 3. And what else? Let's see what else. Let's take again. Okay, so I'm getting one image. Let's try another one. I get another one. Let's take 5-6 items. Okay, let's take more and see how it goes. Okay, so it's going in another line. Okay, so like this, I can put n number of images in my image URL. Let's put one more. Okay, it's coming here. So each row has 4 images. If you want only 3 images, you can make this as 4. And then it will come as 4. It will come as 3 in per row. Let me put the same one. Okay, so I'm getting so many images, and all images can be saved by saving this array. So everything is in this array. I have 15 images. Okay, now I have the images. Now I should be able to delete the images also, so that if some images come here by mistake, and if user click submit, it will save in the database. Right now, still it's not in the database. it is still in my array variable. I want to delete the image also. So let's do work on the delete part. Like we created this span tag, I will create another span tag after this image tag, and I'll say color red, font size 24 is fine. This top I will fix it once I see. Right now I'm keeping it 43 only, and we'll see how it looks. And on click of it, I'll call the delete function by calling the arrow function, and inside the arrow function I will call the handle delete index. So whatever index is there, I will delete that by calling the handle delete function. So handle delete should take one parameter that is called the index. Okay, let's fix the sizing of the cross button. So once I put the image, you will see the cross button is here. I don't want it here. I want somewhere here. Here. I'll show you where exactly. So let's decrease the top to -5, and for the right I will put something called as 22. So 22 for the right, and top is -5. 22 is here. Okay, so let's make this one now. So this is my image, and this is the cross one. Though cross is not looking good in this case, let's make since the image is little bit and not matching with the red color. Let's try another image. So here I can see the cross clearly. So let's keep it here red color only. It's fine. User can at least see. Now once user click the cross button, I have to remove this image from the array, and then I have to save it. Okay, so that is the task of the delete button. So let's do that. So in the delete, so first what I have to do, first I have to take the values which I have, this value which I have. So I'll do it like this: constant values equal to dot 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 value. So whatever value I have, I will take that value, and then I have to delete it. As already I showed you how to delete it, we can use value dot splice, and I have to put the starting number which I have to delete, that will be the index, and I have to delete only one item, so I'll put 1. And after I delete it, I want to save like this. So I'll call on handle change with the name and the new values. These new values will be the array, but it will be deleted. It will be without that item which I want to delete it. So deleted item will be gone. Let's test this condition. I will copy this image address. Let's put this one by I'll put many images, this one, and now I'll delete it. Let's see, by mistake I put something bad. I want to delete this. Once I click delete, you will see it will be gone because it will be inside this, and I delete it and I update the form values. So let's click this. So it got deleted. I can delete whatever I want. Since all are the same, you don't see which item is deleted. So I deleted all the one. Let's put again, and This is the one which I saved it in the array. So this is of the delete part, addition part, and this one. Let's try to submit it, and we'll submit it in the database. I'll put one more image and then I'll submit it in the database. So as soon as I click submit, it will be saved in the database. I'll just double check the table name. So table name is testing URLs is fine, and able to save the images, video, files. That's fine. So everything is good. Let me click the submit. So once I click the submit, we'll check it here. Testing URLs, and in the testing URL, I have the images, and images is an array with the first value of the image, and there will be second value also. I put two URLs. Okay, so somehow it is saved both the URLs. Like this, we can save the video URL, file URL, and whatever we want. So in this way, we can also save lot of images in only one field. So user can put 10, 15, 20, whatever image is there, they can put it. We can build the upload functionality also, but I say upload with extra load on our server, and I don't want that. So we'll put it in the images one. So that's it for this one. Any question on this part, get images part? So if you don't have any question, you can go through the video again and again and come back tomorrow if you have any questions. On Monday, I'll be doing get videos, get file, and few others like get audio. So if you want to build a website like Facebook, they don't have the audio thing. So user cannot put the audio. So you can have that functionality also in your server. So we will have get audio, and we will also have get email, get phone number. So these are the things you can put in your website. Okay, that's it for the image today. Let me see what. So my idea, I have another one idea of building a new concept about the website, which I will be doing soon. Once we finish few lessons, I will be building one big website. Not big, it's a small only, but it's a self-isolated website. So the concept here will be when you go to Facebook, you update your profile with your images, with your videos, with your data. So my new concept is, which I will build with along with you, and I will make it live also in few days. And the idea is like this: user can, this is in the Facebook. You know what Facebook does? User can create their own profile and put whatever they like to show it to other users. So this is how Facebook does it. But my website will be, user will User cannot create their own profile. Another user can create profile of a user. So for example, if Donald Trump comes to my website, he cannot create his profile. But if I am going on the website, I can create the profile of Donald Trump. And I will put the images of Donald Trump. I will put details of the Donald Trump. So the user one will come and he will put 10 things or 15 things or whatever he knows about Donald Trump, and he will put those things in the profile of Donald Trump. And user 2 will come, he will put 10 more things about Donald Trump. So that way we will get the real picture of Donald Trump or anyone, because better than Donald Trump, other people knows what should be about Donald Trump. Okay, so the idea is that I want people to put the profile of another people. So for example, you will come, you have 10 friends, you will go to the website and put the friend 1, create the profile of friend 1, put some info that he is doctor or he is something, whatever it is, and you have another friend, friend 2, you can create the profile of the friend 2 and put his info. Maybe you can say my friend is education is masters. So that way we will get the real picture of the world, because your friends will know more than what you know. Maybe you know better than that, but you will not put all the information, but your friends will put the truth about you. So the purpose of this is to create the profile with truth, because your friend will put all the real things about you, or your enemy will put all the real things about you, because you will hide many things. You create your profile, you will hide where you are living. If you go on my Facebook profile, you will say I am living in Mumbai, India. But right now I'm not in Mumbai. So maybe I just put that location sometime back when I was in Mumbai. But you know, my friends may know better than me where I am, where though I know where I am, but I will not put that in the website. Let's say I put only Mumbai. Maybe my one of the friend, he knows me, he will put my real address. He will say he is in this particular city. So, and I cannot delete it because it is created by my friend. That way we will get the real picture of everyone, because the information which is there is not created by you. It is created by your friends. It is created by your enemies. But if someone puts some bad things, then admin will go and delete that things. So people can flag also that this is something not to be displayed to the public. Then it will flag that, and the admin, whoever is the admin, they can go and delete that one. So that is the new idea which I will build live, and I will make it live also. I'll build in few days, and then I will make this live, so you will be able to see that. So this is the one website I will be building. I'm just telling you what things I will be building. I'll be building e-commerce kind of thing. So in e-commerce will be something like that. A user will come and he will put his location, and then he will put all the products which he wants to sell. This will be the public e-commerce, and each user can put whatever they want to sell. And then other user can buy it, or whatever they can do, they want to do, they can do. They can chat with the owner, and then they can buy it, something, whatever they want to do, they can do it with the e-commerce. So this is another project we'll be doing shortly soon. Another one which we'll be doing, like if you go to Craigslist website, we'll be building similar kind of thing. I'll talk in detail when we'll start that one. So these few websites I'll be building soon after I'm done with ad part. Right now I'm doing ad part. After that I'll be doing these things. And all website will go live. So whatever I will build, you will see them live on the URL, and it will be publicly available, and public can use it. Though I will build something in front of you, but few internal concepts which I want to do, make it to make that live, I will do it separately. But the important thing I will do in front of you. But other small things, polishing, finishing, and some internal things I will do. I'll not do in front of you, which you can see live. Okay, so main thing I'll do in front of you. Okay, let's talk about our object-oriented JavaScript, which we started on that day. So today's we started with the object-oriented. What we did last time object-oriented is how to create the objects. Let's go further now. So in the object we have the concept of we can call it elements, properties, and methods. When we talk about arrays, an array is started with rectangular bracket, and it has some items like 1, 2, 3. So each item in array is called elements. This is the naming convention for the arrays. Let's go about proper objects now. Let's go to objects. Objects are created using the curly bracket, and it has key value pair like name, John. Here name is kind of variable inside the object, so it has the value of John. So when I create name equal to John, this is called the properties. So what is the property of this object? It has one property called the name, which has the value of John. I can create last name, and I can say it has another property called the last name, which has the value of Doe. In array we call elements. In objects we call the properties. We can also put property as a function, like I have object, and in the object I can say maybe I can say run as a function. This run will be the function. So I can say that this object has, I will copy this property. So I can also say this object has properties like name and last name, and the method. Since this run is a function, I can say it has a method. So any function inside this object is called methods. So method means the function created in this object, and properties is something, the simple variable created in this object. Generally, array can also contain the functions, but we don't create function in the array. For example, I can have array and each element is a function. We can do that also. So this is the first element. This is another one. So this is the another element. Each can be function, but this is not the good idea, or it is not customary to create the function inside the array. Though people can create it, but it's not done regularly. Generally, when they want to create function, they do it with objects. But you can also do with the arrays. So it's not a hard code that you cannot do. You can do it, and you can do it like this, or you can put the function whole like this function, or you can do without that also. Whatever way you want, you can do it. So this is about element, method, property, method. Elements are in the arrays. Properties and methods are in objects. That's it. Let's go further about this. So if I talk about PHP, in PHP I can create array by putting some value like this, 3, 4, whatever I want, and I can also create array by putting the name and value pair like this. This is called so in PHP both are called array. This is called, you can call it as enumerated array because it has 0, 1, 2 as a key, and this is called associative array. So in PHP we call this enumerated array and associative array. If I go to the JavaScript, this is called array, this is called object. If I go to another language, this may called as dictionary also, and this is called array. So every programming language has different name for these two types of array. Since we are doing JavaScript, in JavaScript we have array and object. If I move same thing to PHP, it is both are array, but one is called enumerated array, another is called associative array. In JavaScript, we also call it as hash. This is also called object. This object is also called hash, and because it has a name, key, value pair, and this key is a unique to this object, and that's the reason it is called hash also. Okay, it is also called hashes. And since this key is unique, that's the reason it is called hashes also. That is about the naming convention about the PHP and JavaScript. So that's it for today. We done some project thing, that is GetImage, and then we have done few naming convention about the objects, and we'll do more tomorrow, Monday or Monday, day after Monday, and all. So that's it for today. If you have any question, you can ask.